back to Red Glasses Talks. The title today is, How Can I Be Sure That I'm a Christian? That Jesus is in my life? How can I be sure? Now remember, we're in a series called Big Steps. And big steps, these are critical in terms of your faith, your relationship with God through Jesus Christ. So big steps, and I hope you'll get these down. Some of you might be saying, well, this is so simple, this is so basic. Yep, you're right. And I believe the people that have the basics down, they know what they are, and they live them out day by day, are light years ahead of everybody else that claims to have a faith and a relationship with Jesus. Knowing the basics and doing the basics is critical. Plus, when we finish with this series, you'll be able to have a roadmap to help other people who help them come to Christ. And once they've come into a relationship with Jesus, now what do? That's what I'm giving you here right now. There's no excuse not to have what you need to live the faith and to help somebody else. So here we go. Last time we did that first step, which is who is a Christian. Today we're going to look at big step number 2. How can I know for sure that Jesus lives in me? Now, there are a lot of issues, and we're just going to mention a couple here that are involved in being sure that you have that relationship locked down with Jesus Christ. For example, issues like, are my sins really forgiven? Am I going to heaven? Will Jesus leave me once he comes in? And there are many more. So listen up as we go through this. How can I be sure? Big step number 2. How can I be sure? Number 1, God promised to come into your life if you received him. Sometimes people, I ask this all the time. I don't care if I'm in a restaurant or where I am and the occasion is appropriate. And I'll say, well, when it's all over, where are you going? And typically, not always, but typically, they'll point up and say, heaven, I hope so. And I always come back and say the same thing. Hey, would you like to know so? Not just hope so? And 100% of the time, they say, yes, I want to know for sure. So, God promised to come into your life if you received him. In John 1:12, but to all who believed in him and accepted him, he gave the right to become a child of God. So God said it, it's true, it's reliable. He said if you ask him in, he will come into your life and set up residence there. Here's another one. In John 3:16, famous verse, for this is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only son so that everyone who believes in him, trusts him, relies upon him, will not perish, but have eternal life. And I would add, with God the Father. The only 2 kinds of people, listen to this. People that have Jesus in their lives and people that don't. There are 2 destinations, heaven and hell. You say, John, that's harsh. Open your book up, see what the book says. I'm only telling you what the book says. So, also, we need to understand that God cannot lie. So if he said he came in and you can have a secure relationship through Jesus Christ with the Father, then he can't lie. It's either true or it's not true. Listen to this from Titus 1:2. This truth gives them confidence that they can have eternal life, which God, who does not lie, promised them before the world began. Titus 1:2. Here's another one. The Christian life is not based upon feelings. It's not based upon feelings. So I'm going to give you a little chart here. First of all, the Christian life is based upon, this is the engine of the Christian life, it's based upon facts. Just like 1 + 1 will always equal 2, Jesus lived, died, and rose from the dead. Those are facts, and facts don't change. They're valid, they're true, and they'll always be true. You say, well, I don't believe them. That doesn't make them untrue. That just simply means you haven't come to the point yet where you really understand those facts and have stepped out in faith and said, Lord, I believe you're the real deal. I believe you are who you say you are and will do what you say you'll do. So what we do then, we put our faith into the facts of Jesus, who he was, what he did, why he did it, and what he can do in and through our lives. The final part of the faith train are feelings. Listen, you all know this day by day, just living the living life. We go up and down in terms of our moods and our feelings, etc. Listen, there are going to be days once Christ comes into your life, or if he already has, when you're going to feel very distant from him. You're not going to feel warm and fuzzy about him. But that doesn't change the fact. The fact is he lived, died, and rose from the dead. And if you ask him in, he's in you. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. So the question is then, how can I know for sure? So I'm going to give you another verse. 1 John chapter number 5, and this is one of my favorite in the Bible in terms of assuring us that we have that relationship with him. 1 John 5, 11, 12, and 13. And what is it that God has said? That he has given us eternal life, and that this life is in his Son. So if you want eternal life, you're checking it out, or you know friends that are trying to figure out life, if you want eternal life, which is not only a quality of life, but a quantity of time, then you're going to find it only in Jesus. That's verse 11, verse 12. So whoever has God's Son has life. Whoever does not have his Son does not have life. It's clear, it's black and white. Is Jesus in your life? Then you have eternal life, a different quality of life now and a quantity of life forever. But verse number 13, I have written this to you who believe in the Son of God, so that you may know that you have eternal life, that you can know that. You can know it, and when things are down and you feel distant from God, you're in. He's in you. You didn't lose him. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. So, once you're saved, the Bible uses the word saved when it's talking about having a relationship with God through Jesus Christ, and he comes to rescue us by living and dying on the cross, rising from the dead. Once you are saved, once he is in you, you can't get unsaved. I think I'll end it on that one. That's a good one.